Mrs. Tiernan, my gender studies teacher and club advisor in 10th grade, influenced my life. She introduced me to social justice and service learning. These topics piqued my interest and ignited a fire in me. I never knew what college major or career path I would be, and I was never passionate about anything really, until she taught me how to speak out, help others, recognize my privilege, and build community. Mrs. Tiernan has an eclectic background, which involves a semester as an environmental science major at Rutgers University. Then she transferred to Trenton Community College, and she became a trumpet performance major. During the semester, she decided she would try out for the U.S. Army Band and join the New Jersey Army National Guard. After she finished there, she was a minor in women's and gender studies and a major in English secondary education. Then finally, she went to Rutgers University for a master's in women's and gender studies. In her life, though, she has encountered many battles. She suffered from clinical depression, attended invasive counseling, and battled with suicidal thoughts, unfortunately. At one point, she did have to leave Rutgers and take care of her mental health. That to her was very devastating because no one in her family had ever attended college prior to her. However, she did make it through. Now she has been teaching for 22 years. Mrs. Tiernan is a teacher that relies on her compassion and patience to relate to students. What makes students receptive to her is her approach to teaching. She says in her own words, her approach is centered on choice, voice, and relevancy. She makes sure students feel a sense of power and ownership in their learning. If students are invested in their learning and the content, and they're passionate about their projects, they become self-motivated and curious. In addition, she provides a supportive and safe learning environment for our students by knowing their names, greeting them with positivity, providing a supportive environment, and knowing their interests and being involved in their personal stories. Teaching gender studies means she empowers young people like me by getting them to deconstruct their prejudices and their assumptions and their privilege. She empowers young people to examine their identities and what oppressions they have faced. Ultimately, these students can take action to raise awareness with their newfound knowledge from Mrs. Tiernan and change the community in many different ways. And I am proud to be one of those students. Thank you.